Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Thewiggstar here, and welcome to the second video on my channel. This time we're playing some FIFA 12, and I thought I'd take a little bit of time just to talk about FIFA 13 a bit, because it's been a subject that I've been wanting to talk about for a while actually, and obviously I've just got my PVR, and there's going to be no better time than around about a little less than a month before release of FIFA 13. So, lovely goal you saw there. I decided to start this gameplay from half time. Literally went around the whole team just from half time. I was going to originally keep the whole gameplay, but I thought it would be a little bit long, and plus nothing really happened in the first half. But really good second half. This was, if you really care, this was the opening match of a cup, and I actually lost in the final of this cup. I think it was 2-1. Or 1-0, can't remember. Anyway, FIFA 13. So obviously a massive part of FIFA 12 is Ultimate Team. It's always been the most popular game mode ever since it was released. You know, it kind of took over head-to-head or whatever. And you know, Ultimate Team really fun to play, but it doesn't really help or favour players that aren't very good at the game. And especially if players are generally good at playing, as in matches, players that aren't good in trading or don't know much about player stats really don't do too well, and you eventually get sort of stuck in a position where you don't have any money, you can't really buy any contracts, and all sort of different problems occur. So I think what they need to do is find a way of perhaps allowing players that first start off or don't know too much about Ultimate Team, giving them tips, and not kind of just like the general football tips they want to know. You know, they're going to need to know pretty quickly that pace is, you know, basically what FIFA is built around. And you know, there's a few problems that occur with Ultimate Team in terms of overpowered players. And you know, one thing that really annoys me, not so much the pace. It did annoy me a little bit, but now I think of it, it's not a massive problem for me. Is the shot power, the shooting, and the accuracy. Now, obviously, shooting, you can take a lot of long shots on this game, and you often get corners from them, but they rarely go in. And this really annoys me, because I mean, for me there is no difference from a player shooting from long range. Who can we say, like, playing with Wayne Rooney. I find it easier to score long shots with someone like Lahore. If you didn't know, he's got like 93 or 94 pace, and his shooting's really not very good, but because of his pace, he tends to get a lot more power, not necessarily accuracy, but you know, I've scored some really good long shots with him, and a lot better than I have with Rooney. So you know, I've had both the players in Ultimate Team, and much preferred just playing. I think all-round stats was just better with Lahore. But you know, obviously he's overpowered, and it's just the way it works. So people are complaining that finesses are a little bit too overpowered, and I don't necessarily disagree with that. But they are powerful. But I think instead of just decreasing the power of finesses, they should increase the power of your general normal shots. Normal shots on here. Obviously, you know, people are saying that finesses are better on FIFA 12 than they were on FIFA 11. And I completely disagree with that. Finesses was so easy to score on FIFA 11 for me. You know, it was constantly, you know, I never really had the problem with people scoring sweaty goals, because finesses were just so much more powerful. This is my opinion. So yeah, definitely one of the major problems that I think they need fixing is how good the difference is between players that have got good shots on them. So someone like Rooney should be able to you should be able to use to get, you know, a little bit of space and have a shot, and you should rely on him to be able to score a few long shots. And it really does annoy me when you can't do that. But anyway, you know, that's just one problem that I doubt it'll get sorted. I don't think many other people really notice, but if you think about it, is a little bit of a flaw. Okay, so Ultimate Team still. I've pre-ordered FIFA 13, so I've got this Ultimate Team pack where I think the way it works is every week I get a free gold pack. I'm not quite sure. It wasn't much more expensive. I think it was something like £55 or something like that, so it wasn't too much. But yeah, I think that should help out beginners a bit if they order that pack. So if you're thinking about buying FIFA, go for this next pack. It's not much more. It really is a big help to start off with some packs, and then, for instance, if you learn trading as you get along in the game, you'll learn trading tips, what to do, I've got a perfect trading tip that I use in the minute that I actually got from a couple of people who do play YouTube videos. Oh, by the way, you probably just saw him score a sweaty goal, and that goal there, a little bit, I don't know, I wouldn't really call it sweaty. It didn't pass across goal, but I did kind of, the keeper was sort of leaning towards my side, and I passed through. But if someone, that's kind of my rule, if someone sweaties against me first, then I'll do it back to them. It's just the thing that I do. So obviously, brings up the next topic, which is sweaty goals, or some people like to call them tramp goals, which I think's a pretty offensive name. I'm just kidding, but no, like the goals obviously in FIFA 12 or any FIFA games, you expect to score one-on-ones. I very rarely would miss a one-on-one where I'm at like a good angle against the keeper. Unless I'm with someone absolutely terrible, like Khedira. He is the worst person for taking shots on the game. I can't think of a worse player. Like I've scored better goals with like Pepe and just in Real Madrid. Real Madrid is my favourite team to play with. Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, or AC Milan. They're my favourite teams. But sweaty goals. So as far as I've seen, obviously there is a bit of FIFA 13 gameplay out there at the minute. The demo hasn't been released quite yet, but there is definitely some FIFA 13 gameplay, and a lot of people, I don't know if anyone noticed it, but it looked like sweaty goals has been patched a little bit by the positioning and I suppose the speed that the goalkeepers move from the pass. So obviously they're not going to be patched, but it looks like they are at least going to be harder. And if finesses maybe end up being more powerful, or if other shots are easier to score one-on-one, you never know. It might be easier to actually score shots than finesses. So there are a variety of different things that could happen with FIFA 13 that I think could improve all aspects of the game. Coming up to the end of the gameplay here, but one more issue I want to address is a marking issue. I'll bring probably another one of these gameplays out in a couple of weeks when the demos come out and stuff. Is a marking issue. Now, you can probably see how I like to play is I like to, when I'm defending, is to hold RB occasionally so a player will run to and contain a bit. I do that, I'd say probably about 50% of the time. But I always will follow the player who I think they're going to pass to and try and mark them. And the problem I get with this when it happens is that they don't register that what I'm trying to do is mark, and the ball will literally roll right past their feet unless it actually hits their foot. That's the only way you can actually stop it, which is a problem on my behalf. Anyway, so we'll come up to the end of the video here. I just addressed a few issues that I thought, give my thoughts and ideas or whatever. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Please hit the like button, subscribe, stuff like that. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time.